Good afternoon, amigos, from
Santiago de Querétaro, Mexico.
Querétaro. Today, what are we doing, Lana?
Today we're going to the Museo de los Conspiradores, which may be my new favorite word. Museum of the I can't even say it in English. Say it in English now. Conspirators. Conspirators. Wandered around the permanent exhibit here in the Museo de los Conspiradores, which I cannot say in English and I will not try again. Wanted to give you guys a few more details on this place. The building itself is beautiful, like most museums. This used to be a mansion, which is pretty cool. Everything is in Spanish, so if you struggle to read Spanish a little bit like me, I'm still having fun because the murals on the walls, everything, all the story, the entire museum is painted and depicted by murals on the walls. So that part's really pretty. It's a free entry, which also to me makes anything worth it.
I think the part with the Spanish though, I can like read most of it, but the way it's written, it's like in cursive, painted on the wall. So to me, it doesn't lend itself. It's not user friendly, but we'll dive into the history.
Yeah, I think downstairs they have a temporary exhibit.
Let's go check it out.
Check it out. Okay, amigos, we have made it to the most exotic place we can find in this building. Please follow us. If I look like that every time I walk to a bathroom. The temporary exhibit is closed. Surprise, surprise, kinetic curse strikes again. That said, Greg and I spent maybe 10 minutes at this museum, so I think it's time we probably find some food. I think this museum is okay if you're really into this and you can really read and understand Spanish fully. For us, kinetic curse strikes again. This is not one of my favorite places.
Well, amigos, I think we are, not to sound too negative, we're both stunned at how much we didn't enjoy the museum, to be frank.
Jeez, babe.
That we're trying to think of a place to eat, and like, we just can't think.
We're just sitting here.
We gotta come up with something. I think we finally got a plan. This small section of Querétaro and this street in particular really reminds me of Mexico City, which brings up, I think Mexico City spoiled us in terms of museums, in the sense that like one reason we sometimes didn't always, like, museums aren't our favorite thing to do, but it's because usually in Mexico City they're like world-class museums that take 8 hours to complete. But I think now we realize we prefer 8 hours over 10 minutes. But speaking of missing Mexico City, where we're gonna eat is something that to us, like it just reminds us of Mexico City so much, or something that we had quite a bit. We first discovered it there. Whoa. I gotta watch out for these flower beds, eh?
Bonus, it's air conditioned.
Where do we make it to?
Biscuits, Obregon biscuits. This looks incredible. I think I can eat it all. Let's see. I did it.
Well, I kind of helped you a little bit. That dish, I never order it because I know she's never gonna finish her own. But if I came by myself, which I guess probably wouldn't happen.
Ouch.
That's what I would order. I'll give you 5 pesos if you go jump in.
No. 5 pesos? 5 pesitos?
Dólares.
No.
Biscuits Obregon and the museum, or lack thereof, the museum, really kind of got us made us think about Mexico City in a way that we really hadn't thought of in quite a while. And really, like, our life is so weird in that we move from place to place that there's something from everywhere that we miss.
Yeah, I think like we take for granted, like we took for granted those huge, giant museums in Mexico City that were just footsteps from our front door, as well as places like Biscuits Obregon. To us was like a very special, we went there so many times, day and night. I think today has caused us to take a step back, and sort of try our hardest not to take things for granted.
Yeah, and it's the same thing from Vallarta, of course. Like when we were there, we went to the beach a lot, and then we probably didn't go as much as we should, and it's easy to take place like that. It's not easy to take for granted, but we all do that. I mean, unfortunately, but I think I don't know, we're attempting to not take things for granted. Our lifestyle makes it in which it's harder for us to take things for granted, but I think and one day we'll leave Querétaro, sadly, and there'll be things that we will miss whenever we move to
wherever. Yeah, I think like being intentional in our actions and trying to just soak everything in.
Well, and I think that we hope our mistakes, you can learn from our mistakes, and that wherever you're living, whether it's one place for the rest of your life or if you hop around like us, is just to like enjoy it, really soak it all in, because you don't know when it's going to be over, whether that means you die, someone else dies, or you move. I know, a little morbid, but
on that note, let's go get ice cream.
As different as every city that we've lived in is, I can't speak English. They all share one thing in common.
Whole lot of helado.
Excellent. Excelente ice cream.
Helado.
How is it?
No good.
Ice cream in Mexico never disappoints.
It really doesn't. Never. While museums may at times be disappointing, ice cream truly never is. Now, today has turned into something very interesting because there are very fancy people like us heading into the church behind us. So we're gonna go check that out, but I think we'll leave you here in this beautiful plaza with some tunes. Thank you guys so much for coming on our busted adventure with us today.
I wasn't gonna finish the video. Okay, we've talked about missing Mexico City today, or just reminiscing back on some things. What are things you miss the most from Vallarta and or Mexico City as well?
I think Vallarta, I miss the very small, I almost say like small Texas type feeling in terms of like a small town.
Like everybody knows everybody.
It seemed like a small southern town. Obviously miss the water, but I think
Did it taste good or something?
The ocean. I obviously miss, I think we had some great friends there. We met restaurant owners, and I think really felt like we plugged into Vallarta, so I miss Vallarta. I think it will always hold a special, like a very, very dear place in our hearts.
Well, it was the first place obviously we ever moved to in Mexico. First place we ever visited in Mexico, I think.
Right.
And now outside of what we already mentioned about Mexico City, what's something from Mexico City that you missed that we haven't mentioned today?
Oh, Pasteleria Madrid.
Pasteleria Madrid.
Yeah, I think in Mexico City, more so than probably anywhere else maybe in the world, there's something always going on. So at the Zocalo, when we lived right downtown, I feel like we could walk there in 5 minutes and there would always be something. So I think the rush of the hubbub of downtown right before Christmas was something that was like really special to be a part of.
It was. What do you anticipate missing about Querétaro when one day we don't live here?
Walking streets.
And the nice, I think walking streets combined with the nice colonial vibe makes for one heck of a combination.
Yeah.
Well, amigos, moral of today's story, Museo de los Conspiradores needs a little work, but now the real
The ice cream doesn't, know what I mean?
Okay. Real moral is la vida es corta. Y enjoy everything while you can, because
yeah, we'll be taking things like this for granted.
yeah, like we've been sitting in this plaza for the last like an hour and a half, just soaking it all in and enjoying it. One day we might not live in a city that has such nice, clean, safe plazas like this, so we're gonna enjoy it when we can, and we encourage you to enjoy today, enjoy the rest of your day while you can. Hopefully you make it the rest of the day.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jeez. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe to our channel. Click the bell, that way you get notified.
Cada vez.
Post a video, and we'll see you guys with a more upbeat video.
Mañana, hopefully, if we make
Oh my
it.
gosh. Bye.
Just saying, I don't know. I hope we do, but gotta enjoy it while
I
we
hope
can.
one of us does.
Yeah, I'm not.